Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunch with Linda. I'm Linda Daniels, and you are now inside Northampton Wools. So thanks for joining me today on, can you believe it, the last Monday in June? Oh my gosh, it's like, where the heck did June go? So today in kind of like breathlessness of it being the end of June, I wanted to do a little recap of the things that have happened in June and that we need to talk about. I will be here next Monday for a live. That's July 1st already. My family is then coming for a week. And so July 8th or 9th is the next Monday. We'll see. It's the 8th. I might do one from home with my grandchildren. But that's what's coming up because, boy, it is July, a week from today. So thanks for saying hello. Thanks for being here. And sit back and listen. The very first thing that I want to tell you is that we just checked our shop hop inventory and we only have 13 bags left. Now, if you've never done the shop hop before, we are up to 13 shops this year, which is the largest number we have had even since the beginning. The very first year that we had the shop hop, there were only 12. Now there's 13. We are really looking forward to it, and I think, judging by the number of bags that we've sold, so are you. We have included things like Alchemy Fiber Mill over in East Hampton, where you'll get a chance to see how some of the local fleece is actually turned into yarn. All the way up in Putney, Green Mountain Spinnery is another mill that also has a store attached to it, so you can go there as well. We are welcoming Woolly Thistle in New Hampshire. She's a little bit off the 91 corridor, but close enough so that I think it will be a fun visit for her. She's just about to open a new store, and she specializes in a lot of British yarn, the Jameson Shetland wools. Then couple in Connecticut, Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl.
Yeah, you got it.
Nitty Gritty Yarn Girl, Paulette, is down there in Connecticut. And, I'm not going to read. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got it right here. In Madison, Connecticut is Madison Wool. And Knits and Pearls in Avon, Connecticut. And then Margie's Yarn Crafts used to be a part of it, but Margie has since sold her shop to Jean, and she has opened it as Simsbury Yarns in Simsbury. So there are some very fun new places to visit. Like I said, we are down to 13 passports left, and you're gonna have to unlock the door. I just saw that we're getting a delivery that wasn't supposed to come till this afternoon, but deliveries are never a bad thing. Anyway, if we do run out of passports and bags, we will be able to find others, and you can either buy it from another shop or we'll buy them from them and have them here for you. So don't worry, but don't wait, because they are going faster than they have ever gone before. So I think people are excited about doing the shop hop this year. It is August 6th through the 17th, and basically the hours are from 10 to 5 each of those days. There is one Sunday in there that the shops will be open from 12 to 5, but Webb's will not. So it's worth it to check the hours at each yarn store's website to make sure, but I'm pretty sure the rest of us are open 10 to 5 every day, 12 to 5 on that one Sunday. And when you do the shop hop, even if you don't do all 13, you will be able to enter each store's daily prize of the store that you do visit. So if you only visit me, you'll get entered on that one day for our daily prize. And the prizes are beginning to come in from the yarn companies. So we are excited to see what we get. It's always a fun thing. Some of our vendors are very, very generous. I'm gonna ask Kate a question. Am I crooked on the video? Because I'm crooked when I'm looking at this.
Oh.
It's a little bit crooked.
Like tiny, maybe a tiny bit. Do you want me to try and fix it?
No, that's all right, because here comes that package.
Okay. All right, I'll take it right here.
All right. This is a big shipment of Hardicraft Designs. They are the toy company. So I'm not going to talk about them now. I'm going to wait until we open it and see all of the new ones. They have some new designs in there as well.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that nice big box.
Ooh, it's
We can do this.
Hardicraft.
It is. Woohoo!
Whoa.
All right. We'll open that later on and
So
have
fun.
some fun,
Yay.
fun.
I already know what I want in there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's some new fun things in there. That is driving me a little crazy.
You keep talking.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do.
I feel like I'm gonna fall off the chair.
It's one of the 10,000 knobs on
I
here.
know, this is, my son gave us this.
Is that
There,
better?
That's better. Thank you.
Huh.
Gave us this really fancy
I love
tripod.
it.
We've had it for over a year and we still can't figure everything
It's
out.
just so fancy.
It's so fancy. It's so fancy. Okay, so that's the Shop Hop. Don't wait too long. You can order it on the website and we can hold it for you, or come on in and pick one up before they are gone here. Now that's just us. There are all the other shops probably still have some left as well, but we'll try and keep tabs on that. So as usual, our clearance sale continues, and today is the first day that we are marking down a yarn that was 50% off down to 75% off. So this yarn becomes this deal of the week. This is the Superba sock yarn. It's called the hottest socks ever, and it is a I'm not even gonna call it a self-striping because it's a self-patterning sock yarn. It's 75% wool, 25% poly, so it makes a nice sturdy sock. And then we do have one sample made out of it. So you start with some color, and then it goes to this zigzag, and then more color, and then more of a Fair Isle stripe pattern down at the bottom. Now, the thing about this particular yarn is that if you start from the middle of the ball, you'll get a sock in reverse, so that this pattern will be on the top on the foot, and this pattern will be, no, wait a minute. This pattern is on the foot, will be on the leg,
Yeah.
and this pattern that's on the leg will be on the foot. Okay, you can make a pair of socks out of one skein, and you can make each sock different, and that's what they show on the label. There is one pair of socks, but each sock is done in a different order. So from the outside in, or from the inside, when one sock is done, then from the inside out, and you get the reverse sock. That's the whole reason I ordered this stuff.
Yeah, they're cool.
Way back. Okay, what's the deal? This was $20 a skein, not bad for a sock yarn to begin with, but now it's 75% off. Hold on to your seats. It's $5.
Ooh.
$5.
Oh my gosh.
So you can make a pair of socks or two for a Christmas present or whatever, for whoever in your family is next in sock line, for $5. We have 9 of this color left and 1 of this more gray, black, and green.
And it's a virgin
Left.
wool with poly, right?
Yep, it's 75 virgin wool, and is it machine wash? Yes, it is. There's the symbol.
Yeah.
The machine wash symbol right there. So that's the deal of the week.
Did you say this is the only one we have left of this one?
That's the only one we have left. We have 1 and 9. So that's definitely going to go. So don't wait too long. At $5, how can you can't buy a pair of wool socks anywhere for $5. If you want one on hold, comment now. The other thing that we got in we got another shipment in of the tape measures that everybody loves. We got in snails, of course, and we also got in all of these very summery patterns. So if you like to change out your accessory for the seasons, then you might want to think about getting a new tape measure, because as the owner of 50 plus tape measures, I can vouch that you never have enough of them. So we have this daisy tape measure. I love the cherries. They are so fun. On white background. We have strawberries.
I love that.
On the green background. And this is a nice hot cactus. I mean, that really says summertime.
It's so cute. I love cactus.
It really does. And lemons, slices of lemons.
Are they on the grill?
It does look like they're on the grill, but they're not.
Grilled lemons.
I was just gonna say, what this reminded me of is I'm having all of my staff over to my house on Sunday for a little picnic, and I'm planning my menu right now. And I'm like, I don't really want to cook anything. So we might just be eating cold food, like lemons.
Salads. You make a lot of good cold salads.
Yeah,
Potato
yeah.
salad, broccoli salad.
Okay, last week the deal of the day was the Tibetan with the Irish hiking mitts. And I got so many requests from you guys for a class that I went ahead and scheduled it. So if you check the website, I've scheduled the class for Saturday, July 20th from 11 to 2. So it's a 3-hour class that should pretty much get everybody through the thumb gusset, and then the rest of the mitt is pretty simple to finish on your own. So if you are interested in learning how to do these cute little cables while you make this really neat little pair of mitts, check out the class, check out your schedule, see if that's a day and time that will work for you. Because these mitts are quick to knit. They feel really, really wonderful. That Tibetan has a wool and yak combination, so it really is soft and creamy. You will love these. People who, we've had customers in this past week who didn't even hear about it on the live and bought the yarn and the pattern. The pattern is free on Ravelry, but are going to make the mitts. So it's a real good first time double pointed needles, or if you are a more experienced knitter, it's a good way to make a small project that you can knit in the heat. And boy, aren't we glad that heat abated. It is beautiful out there today, although it is pretty cloudy out. The air feels so, so good. I was up at the Green River Festival this weekend. It's a musical festival held at the Franklin County Fairgrounds. And for a number of years, Lynn Bertram, who is one of the directors there, asked me to come up on Saturday and Sunday morning and do a little arts and crafts project with the kids that are at the campgrounds. And the first year, I think I tried to teach crochet, which sort of was a bit of a disaster because there isn't enough time. And then we went to making pom-poms, and that went over really well. Then COVID hit and they didn't have it for a couple of years. And then my schedule didn't allow it because usually at this time of year, I am out in Chicago at the trade show for the yarn industry. But last year, the trade show moved their date to the beginning of May. So it freed me up for this weekend. So I was up there this weekend and it was hot. If you were outside at all, you know how heavy the air was. But we had a great turnout of both young kids and adults who came to learn how to make friendship bracelets and to tie the knots. I don't know if it's a Taylor Swift carry-on or if it is just something that people are finding fun to do. We made a lot of them. So it was nice to be up there and to see some different people, and especially some young kids, and to listen to a little bit of the music that they have going on all the time. So that's where I was this weekend. We managed to avoid being caught in the rain. We didn't stay, my husband and I didn't stay for the whole day, but next year we probably will. But that was fun and different. Another way to play with fiber, I guess you could say. I also had a in looking through Ravelry and helping a couple of customers last week choose yarn for a new sweater, and then what they chose was for the Love Notes. And Love Notes is a sweater that's almost as popular as ranunculus. If you go on Ravelry and type in the pattern search for Love Notes, you will see what I'm talking about. It's by Tin Can Knits, and it's been around for a while. And it really is almost as popular. It's constructed in sort of the same way as ranunculus, from the top down, with short rows to lengthen the back. You put the sleeves on holders and then finish the body, which is basically in stockinette stitch, and the sleeves are in stockinette stitch as well. And it's on a decent size 10 needle, so it goes pretty quickly. I made a Love Notes for myself quite a while ago, and it sort of wore itself out. So I was thinking about reknitting it again, and then had 2 customers looking for yarn to do it. And I was like, I should do that class, because we've never done a Love Notes class. So that's the second class that I scheduled and put up on the website today. So I scheduled Love Notes for August. It's going to be Monday afternoons, August 12th, the 19th, and the 26th from 1:30 to 3:30. And if you are at all interested, if you've made a ranunculus and you want to try something new, if you are all interested in trying a bit of lace, then think about taking that class. It's another one of those sweaters where it's written for a fingering weight mohair held along with a fingering weight wool. And you can do it like that, or you can do it out of a single strand of worsted weight. You can probably even do it out of a single strand of bulky weight if you want a bulky weight sweater. But here's the other reason why I decided to do Love Notes. Karin from Periwinkle Sheep is going to do another pop-up on July 18th. And I think I've got that date right, because I didn't check it, but
correct,
you'll be
yeah.
hearing from it.
Yep,
so she's going to be here. That's a Thursday, right?
Correct.
So she's going to be here on Thursday, July 18th, and she is going to bring a lot of her fingering weight and a lot of her mohair, which is called Wolke. And you will be able to, that's W-O-L-K-E. You will be able to find colors for a Love Note sweater or for a ranunculus during that day when she is here. So it would be a great opportunity to choose colors to make Love Notes in the August class. Fresh new line of colors. Karin does a beautiful job with deep, intense, gorgeous hand dyes that kind of have that little fluctuation in tone. They give you a tonal effect. And again, Love Notes, like ranunculus, doesn't use a lot of yarn. So depending on your size, you will probably be able to do it easily in 2 skeins of each, fingering and the mohair, or 3, depending on how long you want it to be. This is one of those sweaters that came in when they were doing really cropped things. And for a lot of us, including me, cropped is just too cropped. I like it a little bit longer. So think about that. Watch for Karin's pop-up shop on July 18th. If you're around, we would love to see you during that day. Chances are a lot of what she brings will be staying here, even though it's a pop-up shop, because every time she comes, we fall in love with new colors that are out of what our normal ordering range might be. She always throws something in that we just have to have. We have to have it.
Or she'll bring colors that we wouldn't stock, but maybe you want.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Colors that
okay.
I wouldn't necessarily be my first choice.
I misunderstood.
But that still end up being really, really beautiful. Okay, and another quick reminder, this is the last week of the WIP. Didn't know whether I was going to say WIP or WIP. The WIP t-shirt contest, everybody. We have had some great entries really, really fun to see the t-shirts that a lot of people have done, and to hear their comments about not only how easy it was to make a t-shirt and they never thought they would, or how happy they are with their t-shirt once they've got it on and they never thought they would be that happy. And I've just been so delighted because people have also said a little thank you for us making this kind of fun, a fun little thing to just try and do. If you're working on one and you don't think you're going to get in here, send me a picture. We've had a couple of people just send me the completed picture of their t-shirt, and as long as I see it done, it counts, and we'll gladly fill out the entry form for you. Next Monday, when I'm here, we will be drawing the lucky winner, and remember, the winner gets a $75 gift certificate. What am I, nuts?
We love your generosity.
I'm crazy. Yeah. So, and chances are really, really good. I mean, this is not the lottery. You're not a 1 in a million chance. What have we got, like 10,
maybe
15
12,
entries?
yeah.
So your odds are in your favor. That's for sure. So if you're almost done, finish it up in the next couple of days and send us a picture, and you will qualify and get entered for that. I'm going to have to think of a great, fun fall contest as well. Yeah, I'm going to have to start thinking about that. So that's the last week for that. Now, I have a question for all of you. Have any of you, hey Jen, hello from the Cape, and I just want to say a little note to Jen. That box that just came has the monkey in it, so we'll pull it out and we'll put it aside for you. And Kate already has her hands on one, but you guys have to wait and see which one she wants. Okay. Has your knitting ever come back to haunt you? And I mean haunt you. I heard a story this week that just had me thinking about that, and thinking about a couple of pieces that I've knit that have found their way back when I thought they were long gone and goodbye. I had a customer in from Germany, and she learned to knit in school and from her mother. And she came in with 2 young women, and the young women were off and running, looking at as many different yarns as they could. And this older woman began to tell me her knitting story. She said she learned to knit in school, that her mom taught her, and she was never really that good at it. She said, I have knit a couple of sweaters in my life, or over the course of my lifetime, but it was never something that I really enjoyed or really wanted to do. She said, my teacher in school taught us how, but then we had to go home and knit 10 rows. And she said it was so anxiety producing for me. I could only knit a couple of rows, and then I would have my mother, who took pity on me, say, oh, that's okay. If you knit 3, I'll knit the 7 rows that you have to do. Well, she said, so there were very neat parts of this scarf and very, very messy, hard, horrible parts that I knit. It was awful. She said, and it was knit out of the most inexpensive yarn we could find, because I was just learning. We didn't have money to spend on a, expensive yarn or even a good quality, so it was horrible. She said that scarf was hard as a rock and the ugliest thing on earth, so I gave it to my not very much loved younger brother. Her exact words.
She really did say that.
She really did say that. Yeah. Okay. Younger brother puts the scarf on lovingly and goes out to play in the snow, and by the time he comes in, the scarf is gone. Disappeared.
One day.
What a relief, she said. I thought nobody ever has to look at that scarf again. It was truly buried in the snow somewhere. But come spring, the snow melted, and there that scarf lay in the middle of the yard, haunting her from beyond, with, she said, not a single thread out of place from when she had finished knitting it. It was torture, she said. It came back to haunt her. She did not keep the scarf. They probably found a way to find it a new home and make it go away. But I was just like, isn't that the truth? Those pieces of knitting that you hope never to see again, find a way to come back and haunt you. I had to say, the reason I'm saying haunt is because I had another customer in who was talking about the knitting that she had done for her grandchildren. And of course, this is a daughter-in-law story. And she said, I took so much pleasure in making these little baby sweaters and things and gave them to my daughter-in-law. And she said, but of course I never saw them on that baby, never got a picture of them. And she said, then years later, my daughter-in-law gives me a box with all of those knitted items in it.
It's devastating.
Oh, devastating is right. And I mean, this woman was devastated by that. I mean, I could see the positive in it. I could feel like, you know, she gave them back to you because she thought you might have treasured them and maybe you would be able to save them until you have a great grandbaby, maybe. But she did not see it as a positive. It was kind of painful for her to be given that stuff back. I'm not quite sure I understand why that woman would give them back to begin with, but again, she was a little bit haunted by that knitting. So my wish for all of us is that our knitting gifts are received with love, and even if they're never treasured or worn, we are at least made to feel like they are, and that none of our knitting comes back to haunt us. Kate?
Didn't she say that she just gave it to other people that were more knitworthy?
Yeah, she found a way to donate the items so that she felt good about them. Look for those knit-worthy people. We all have them. Yeah. We all do. Oh, definitely. Okay, that's it. That is all I have on my, I think that's it. Yep, that's it. That is it. I got everything on my list done just in time. So the weather is broken. I know there are some 90 degrees days going, but sit yourself in front of that air conditioning. Enjoy the fan like Kate and I do, and go knit something. Bye.